YouTube, this is Felicia with Bible Scraps, and I'm going to show you 3 different ways you could make your own double-sided foam. For many of you who use this, it's also called mounting tape. It can be very expensive. You spend a lot, but you only get very little. The cool thing about making it yourself, well, you can customize colors and you can make it in any size you like. You're going to start off using craft foam. What's really good about the craft foam is it comes in a wealth of different colors. And you can buy the foam that already has adhesive on one side, which you see here. This stuff is also relatively inexpensive. Most craft stores have this. Now, the craft foam, it comes, once again, in different colors and in different sizes. This is a 6x9 inch, I believe, but you could also buy it in 8.5 by 11 and even larger sizes. I should also point out as well that foam comes in different thicknesses. This is a 2mm foam. I've seen foam, I think 1/2 millimeter or 1mm, but it can go up in thicker thicknesses as well. One way to create double-sided adhesive foam is to use the Xyron machine. Now, the Xyron machine, it's a machine that applies edge-to-edge adhesive on many different surfaces. This machine holds an 8.5 inch width material. When you're applying your foam inside your Xyron machine, you want to make sure you have it the right way. I want to apply adhesive on this side because this side already has the adhesive on it. So I want to have that face down. And it's real easy to use the Xyron machine. You position it in and you turn it. I'm going to turn it this way. And you have a blade here where you can cut this part. I have removed my double-sided foam from the Xyron machine. I've removed the liner from this side. And I've also trimmed off the excess liner around the perimeter. And I am left with a full size of customized double-sided foam. And it's easy to use scissors to cut this down into any size or width that you need. Now, using the Xyron machine is great, but I know many of you don't have one. And for those of you who do have one, well, depending on where you buy your cartridges, that might be a little on the expensive side. So there's an alternative. You could use Adhesive Sheets. Now, this is just one brand. There are many brands out there. You could pick up these at your local craft store or from Amazon.com. But if you don't have any adhesive sheets, you could also use your adhesive rolls. I'll be using this 3-inch here, and it's really easy. You take what you need, and what's great about using these type of rolls, you can make any size sheet of foam that you need. You cut it down, and you just place it right down on your foam. Now, what's great about this adhesive, the liner peels back really easy. Some adhesive liners, oh, it can be impossible to remove back the liner, but I like this company, and I will have a link to where you could purchase this in my description box. But take a look at the adhesive, and it's really strong. Now, do keep in mind, depending on the width of the roll that you use and what you're die cutting or cutting out, you might end up with different liners to peel back depending on how intricate your cut is. So just keep that in mind. The third way you can make your do-it-yourself double-sided foam, and I'm pleased to say that everybody could use this method, it's by using your good old tape runner. Now, this method is great if you need strips of foam or you don't need a whole lot. What you do first though is cut it, put your foam down, and you could also use your trimmer to cut this down, and take your adhesive gun and apply the adhesive down. A note about using the adhesive gun on foam: sometimes your gun may want to skip, or you may not get that adhesive laid down. This is where you have to really hold your gun the right way. Some guns will work better than others. I like how this one works with the foam, but practice and play around and I'm sure you'll be able to get perfect adhesive on your foam. What you can also do is, once you have applied your adhesive on your foam, take a non-stick liner and position the adhesive face down, and you could hold that in place until you need it. Some of you may be wondering about spray adhesive, and at the thought of using it, I was very excited. I actually made several different full-size pieces, but after I used them, I just threw them all out. While spray adhesive is cheap and it's easily accessible, I did face challenges. Number one, after you spray your foam, you have to cover your foam with something. I used parchment paper, which didn't work because parchment paper with the spray adhesive literally sticks to the foam, and it's impossible to remove the liner or the parchment paper without it tearing. I also tried using a liner from my Oriental magnet sheets, which worked better than the parchment paper, but I found that the spray adhesive wasn't as sticky as I needed it to be. Now, I only use this type here. There are stronger adhesives out there, so using spray adhesive with the right type of liner may be an option for some of you, but you have to experiment, play around. If you guys found this tutorial useful, feel free to share this video, feel free to like it. Also, if you have tips and techniques on making do-it-yourself double-sided foam, please share those in your comments. Well, once again, thank you all, and as always, blessings.